Menu narration option is set to off.
Welcome to Columbia, Missouri, Memorial Stadium and home to the Missouri Tigers, where we are anticipating quite a clash on Faroe Field today. We have a top 25 clash between two of the best teams in the sport, and both hoping to enhance their postseason resume. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So Georgia's offense will get the first swing of the game. And this guy is a big-time star. Just an electricity follows him onto the field.
He's a workhorse too, Reese. This is a definition of a bell cow running back. He can carry the load for his offense and put his football team on his back.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Looking to pass. It's Rashada. He looks that one in nicely. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. Georgia lining up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Let's see what he can do with it. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. So Missouri's offense will have its first possession of the game. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
Typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay, it's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on him early. Put your physicality, let that win. It ain't going to be your speed.
Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Makes the stop at the 49, give him 5 yards on the play and a first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. Couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
They're going to ride this running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
Trying to get to him. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. He's looking downfield to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He makes the grab. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. So Missouri will have to punt it away.
Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
A solid run there as he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
And this junior loves to show off that big arm.
The receivers really separate themselves with body control to be able to hang in the air but stay in bounds and keep that foot on the ground. Unbelievable job catching the football and staying in bounds near the sidelines.
Scanning the field, it's Rashada. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up? Touchdown, Tigers! The defense...
Defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
They're just about to kick it off after that scoop and score 6. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. All wideouts, no backs. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this offense is searching, man. They're trying to find something. Last week, they did nothing. They got nothing going. Looked really, really poor. This week, starting a little sluggish. They got to find something they can hang their hat on and something they can build off of for this offense.
Got his man on the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra... And all across college football, you find that dude at the quarterback spot who takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Well, it's an electrifying run. And you think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
2nd and 10 after the previous play. To the air, it's Rashada. Feeling some heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. Early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result...
And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
And the offensive line has to do a better job protecting their man. It's 4th down. He needs some time to make a play. The defense brings the blitz, beats the offensive line, and gets the big sack.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And the pressure was in his grill in an eyelash.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
They'll go to the counter. Still on his feet at the 45. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. The Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Yeah, and how about this offense? A little counter, a little misdirection, get everybody's eyes going one direction. They go back the other way. Nice execution by the offense to make the big running play down the field.
He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
I love this running back and the job he does once he has the ball in his hands on this screen pass. He was real patient. You got to allow these 300-pound offensive linemen to sort of collect themselves and stammer down the field and try to block some of these linebackers and DBs. And that's exactly what the running back did. Great job with patience.
That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. On 2nd and goal, they believe he's got a nose for the goal line. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw...
Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Across the 45. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
They're trying to get to him. Line getting set on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Rashada. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't not free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Going to take a shot at this DB. What a snag by the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, that's the danger about being in a third and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield. The defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. And the pass is intercepted. Trying to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big play.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football is a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them out.
All the way down at the 33-yard line. It's 1st and 10.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to throw. It's Rashada. Fires to the tight end. Tackle is made after the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball.
Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the...
They get him a rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming.
Timeout, Georgia.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets a block. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns.
Fires one high and deep. Makes the grab at the 10. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
As a defense, you don't want to give up big plays. You did there, but the good thing is you kept him out of the end zone. Now you got a chance to make a goal line stand, get some momentum back, get the ball back to your offense.
This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, you know what they say, tips lead to picks. So the offense, they're lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Coming at him, and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. Touchdown, Georgia! Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone. Your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Columbia. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Dogs will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
Back to throw, it's Glover. Fires and picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Excellent field position here for the offense. It's reverse. And that was a creative play call, but a better defensive play to stop it for no gain.
What a great job by the backside of the defense staying home. A lot of time the run looks like it's going the other direction. What happens? You start to chase. Nope. These guys stayed home and played their assignment, and that's why they had success.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, the power run here. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! And that one will put them up here in the second half. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
21, Missouri, 14.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, should have ran a better route.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Gets it out quickly. At the 45 on his way. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Missouri gets to the line quickly.
What a weapon this guy is, right? At the tight end position, not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to bring down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
Pocket starts to collapse. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Looking to throw, it's Glover. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. They're bringing heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. So Missouri will have to punt it away. And that is how a punter helps out his defense, hitting them deep in their own territory. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting 1st downs. That running back was one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon. They're
going to go right back to him on 1st down. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm now. They're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. The give to the tailback. Fights off a defender. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced a third down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a first down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice, but this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
Quickly out to the tight end. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on fourth down.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up fourth down.
With jet sweep pass. Across the 45. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball because he is dangerous in space.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. The give as they work on that clock. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you, a huge third down. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance in calling for the false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one 3rd and long. Throws toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. Never a reason to panic. Just run your offense. Plenty of time here. Down 1 possession late in the 4th. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Finds his tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. To throw, it's Glover. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
Nice read, nice break. Good job by the defender understanding that ball had some air underneath it. Takes advantage of it, goes and makes the big play.
To the ground with the back. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Power football with the run. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Back to the ground game on the left. Still on his feet at the 45. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Quick pass on the jet motion. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Might as well keep pounding that rock at this point in the game, even though it's 2nd and 12. Dropping back, it's Rashada. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
Another sack by this defense, but how about this QB? He continues to get back up every single time, still leading his team, still staying positive, still putting them in a good position to win this football game.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the 1st down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. They get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Looking to throw for it. Keeps it. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. They're throwing for it on 4th down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. 4th down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.